Hey, what's up, Bootstrappers? This is Ryan Nickel coming at you with another Flashcard Friday. Booyah, right there. Look at that. Bootstrap REI coming at you with some flashcards. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this real quick here because we believe that you're just one deal away from changing your entire future. So what we've done is we've created this flashcard deck here. It's broken up into 4 different sections, talking to buyers, talking to sellers, some real estate math that you must know if you're going to be in this business for any length of time, and how to find off-market properties. The biggest thing about this is that, conveniently enough, this deck of cards is broken down into clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts, and that's how we've broken them all on down. So let's go ahead and jump into this week's Flashcard Friday, and let's see what we got. Let's get one from the very front here. Let's go with, so we got, okay, we got the 10 of Hearts. This is a good one. This is a really, really good one. This is what's going to happen next. This is when you're talking to, you can use it when you're talking to sellers or when you're talking to buyers. It applies to both. But here specifically is when you're talking to a seller. So you want to find and define what they're going to do and when they're going to do it. I love that. Find and define. That's, you should keep those two terms real close by. You want to find out and you want to define what their next steps are and when they're going to do it. And then set a time to follow up, because never end a conversation with a seller without both of you knowing what is going to happen next. That's what this is about. What's going to happen next? Because what happens is when you go out and you're talking to a seller, they want to just push you off. Like, let me think about it. Oh, I got to talk to my wife, or I got to do whatever, And they're kicking the can down the road. They're pushing their decision-making opportunity, whatever it is they're going to make a decision on. They're making that decision further and further and further into the future. And the likelihood of that is because they don't have the heart to tell you no. They want to put it off, so eventually they're hoping oh, maybe he won't call me back, maybe he'll forget or whatever, instead of just saying look, you know what, I'm not interested right now. I mean, that's what you want as a salesperson. You want them to tell you no. Please, hey, let's start with no. And then you can start negotiating. But these maybes, or let me think about it, or give me a little bit more time. I mean, you're out there in limbo. You're holding on to this hope. You're oh man, they're going to call me back. I know they are. They said they're going to call me. They're really nice people. I'm really good. I got all this hope. And hope doesn't close deals. And so that's why you got to ask what's going to happen next. Let me give you a case example. So this is hypothetical, of course. You talk to a seller, it's oh, you know what? I need to talk to my wife. Hey, no problem. You know what? I make decisions like that as well. This is a big financial decision for you. What's going to happen after you talk to her? Well, I don't know. I need to talk to her. Great. When are you going to do that? Well, tonight when she gets off work. Perfect. I'll call you tomorrow morning and we'll discuss what she said. Now you got a definite time of when you're going to call back, and you've defined what that conversation is all about. So that's how you use what's going to happen next. Let's give you another example. Let's say that they're well, I need to think about it. So this is a vague one. You hear a lot, I got to think about it. You're great. No, hey, no problem. You can either say one or two things. You say, what are you going to think about? Or you can say, great, after you're done thinking about it, what's going to happen next? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I think. Okay, great. So if you knew the answer now, would you go ahead and tell me? If you knew what the answer was going to be, what would it be? And so you're trying to get them to, they want to push that deadline out as far as they can. You're trying to reel that in. You're no. Shh, reel that sucker in. And so that's what this is all about, is what would happen, what happens next? What's going to happen next? You want to make sure that you're not being kicked to next week, kicked to next month or whatever. You want to be able to have that decision so you can go ahead and make a determination on your end. What's going to happen? Okay, they told me no, or they told me this, and now I can go ahead and plan. But if they go, oh, let me think about it as maybe, it's it's nefarious. You don't even know what's happening. It's I don't know, man. So that's the 10 of Hearts. What's going to happen next? If you don't have a set of these cards, man, I urge you to go over to bootstraprei.com/flashcard and just pick yourself up a copy. It's just a couple of bucks. You practice these phrases every single day for 5 minutes a day, and you'll become a master at it. And you'll be amazed at how easily these things roll off your tongue as you're talking to sellers, how fluently you're able to communicate with them, and how many more deals you're able to get as a result of it. So, again, bootstraprei.com/flashcards, or just go ahead and click the link on this video wherever you may be seeing this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.